Jai Hind students, this video of standard 7th subject science, this is our 4th revision video. Dear students, in earlier videos we have completed our revision of 4 marks questions and 2 marks questions, right? All things, all answer was completely discussed in that video, right? Answer pattern is also discussed. So now in your exam paper, the paper pattern you got, in that clearly you can see question 1A and 1B, both are of 1 marks questions. Question 1A, it says that give the answer of following questions in 1 word, right? You have to just write 1 word. And question 1B, it says answer the following questions in 1 sentence. So let me do some practice of important questions. First, the questions in which you have to give the answer in 1 sentence. These questions, 1 sentence answer question, will be asked from chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 8. Right? So let me start. It is very easy. You have to just write 1 sentence, or if there is any definition, then definition. Right? It is very easy type of questions. First question. What are nutrients? So dear students, the components of food which are necessary for our body, they are called nutrients. Right? The components of food which are necessary for our body are called nutrients. Then next, what is the function of green pigment, or you can say chlorophyll? The function of green pigment is to absorb solar energy, right? Absorb the solar energy from sunlight for photosynthesis. It is the function of green pigment, or you can say chlorophyll. Then next, which solution is used for the taste of starch? We perform one practical, one experiment, right? That's to show that saliva convert stretchy food into sugar. And in that practical, if you remember, we used iodine solution, right? We used iodine solution to taste the presence of starch, right? So which solution is used to taste starch? Iodine solution is used, right? Then, where are the fungi found? Where are the fungi found? Dear students, fungi are found on steel roti, steel bread, right? Pickles, leather articles. In such things, fungi are found. Clear? Then, give 2 examples of parasitic plants. Parasitic plants. 2 examples. First, Kaskata, right? Or Amarvel, whatever you say. And second is red rattle. Okay. Kaskata, and here I am writing second name, red rattle. And Kaskata. Both are the example of parasitic plants. Then define photosynthesis. Okay, what is photosynthesis? A process by which green plant utilize carbon dioxide and water, right? A process by which green plant, right? Green plant, only green plant can utilize carbon dioxide and water to synthesize their food in the presence of sunlight, right? And with the help of chlorophyll, it is known as photosynthesis. Once again, a process by which green plant utilize carbon dioxide and water to synthesize their food, right, in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. Then next, this all 6 questions we discussed from chapter number 1. Now next few questions from chapter number 2. Which digestive juices mixed with food in small intestine? We know that in small intestine, digestive juices like bile juices, pancreatic juice and intestinal juice, 3 juices are mixed with food in small intestine: bile juice, pancreatic juice and intestinal juice. Next, what is secreted from the inner lining of stomach? The inner lining of stomach, it secretes 3 things: mucose, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. Once again, mucose, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. Now, what is the function of mucose in stomach? As we discussed, inner lining of stomach secretes mucose, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices, right? So what is the function of mucose? Mucose protect the lining of stomach. What is the function of mucose? It protects the lining of stomach. Then next, what is the function of hydrochloric acid in stomach? Hydrochloric acid secretes by the inner lining of the stomach. It kills the bacteria which comes along with the food, right? It kills the bacteria which come along with the food. It also keeps the medium acidic in stomach, right? Hydrochloric acid keeps the medium acidic in stomach and also helps the digestive juice to act, right? 3 functions are there of hydrochloric acid. First, it kills the bacteria which comes along with the food. Second, it keeps the medium acidic. And third, it helps the digestive juices to act. Next, what is the function of bile? Bile, it performs an important role for the digestion of fat, right? It performs important role for the digestion of fat, right? The function of bile. Then, what is cellulose? Dear students, cellulose is the complex form of carbohydrate, right? It is the complex form of carbohydrate. Then, what is the function of pseudopodia in amoeba? What is the function of pseudopodia? Pseudopodia in amoeba, it is used to capture the food and as well as for movement also, right? To capture the food and for movement, pseudopodia is used in amoeba. Then, define digestion. What is digestion? A process of breakdown of complex components of food into simpler components. The process of breaking down the complex components of food into simpler components. This process is known as digestion, right? So, this few questions are taken from chapter number 2. Now, next few questions we will discuss from chapter number 3. From which animal is wool obtained from the fleece in India? Right, from which animal? So, dear students, in India, wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep, goat, yak and camel. Sheep, goat, yak and camel. Right? From their fleece, wool is obtained in India. Then next, Mention the three names of Indian breed of sheep. Three names of Indian breed, right? It is Lohit, Bakharwal and Patanwadi. Right? Lohit, Bakharwal and Patanwadi. Mention the stages of life history of Silk Moot. Stages, you have to just mention the stages, right? There are total 4 stages. Then first, they start with the egg, then second, larva, or you can say caterpillar. Third stage, it is pupa, and fourth is silk moth, right? Egg, second larva or caterpillar, whatever you say. Third, pupa, and fourth is silk moth. Next, what is the function of thick hair on the body of animals supplying wool? Right? What is the function of thick hair? Dear student, the function of thick hair on the body of animals supplying wool is keep them warm. Right? It is keep them warm and protect them against cold. Right? Keep them warm and protect them against cold. This is the function of thick hair. Then next, why shearing does not hurt the sheep? Shearing, it means the process of taking out the fleece, right? Why it does not hurt the sheep? Because shearing does not hurt the sheep because fleece and uppermost layer of the skin is made of a dead cell, right? Fleece and uppermost layer of the skin of sheep, it is made of dead cell. That is why it does not hurt the sheep. And next, what are birds? Birds are small fluffy fibers picked out. Birds are small fluffy fibers picked out from the hair while processing of wool, right? That is called birds. Clear? So this question I have taken from chapter number 1, 2 and 3. These all are the most important question for your exam. After that, let me discuss some important question from chapter number 4. Okay? First, why do we wear white or light color cotton clothes during summer? Why we wear such white color or light color cotton clothes in summer? Because white or light cotton clothes absorbs less amount of heat compared to black or dark color clothes, right? White or light color clothes absorbs less amount of heat compared to black color or dark color clothes. That is why we use light color or white color cloth in summer. Next, state the modes of transfer of heat. There are total 3 modes: conduction, convection and radiation. Right? How many modes are there? 3: conduction, convection and radiation. Next, what is land breeze? In coastal area during the night time, right? In coastal area during the night time, the air flow from cooler land to a warmer ocean, right? Air will flow from the cooler land. Land is more cool compared to water in night time. So in coastal area, in night time, the cooler air flow from the land to ocean. This flow of wind or air is known as land breeze, right? Next, give 2 examples of good conductor of heat. What are good conductor of heat? You can say copper and iron, right? Both are good conductor of heat. Then next, 2 examples of insulator. You can say plastic and wood, right? Plastic and wood, both are the good examples of insulator. Then next, what is sea breeze? Yes students, here we discuss land breeze. That means flow of wind or air from land to ocean, right? Land to ocean, that is land breeze. But sea breeze, it means sea to land, right? Or ocean to land. So what is the answer? Near the coastal area during the daytime. Here daytime, land breeze, night time, right? So sea breeze during the daytime, the cooler air flow from the ocean towards the land. It is known as sea breeze. Clear? Then define bad conductor of heat. The substance or material which does not allow the heat to pass through it, it is known as bad conductor. The substance which does not allow, it is known as bad conductor. The substance or material which does not allow the heat to pass through it, it is known as bad conductor. But if there is good conductor, then what would be answer? The substance or material which allow the heat to pass through it, that is good conductor. But here the question is about bad conductor, means material does not allow the heat to pass through. Next, what are the main elements of weather? Okay, so dear students, we discussed some questions from chapter number 4. Now we discuss some questions from chapter number 7. Right? First, 28, that is what are the main elements of weather? Main elements of weather, it is, we can say temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speeds, right? These all are the main elements of weather. Next, who prepares weather reports in India? The weather reports in India are prepared by meteorological department of the government, right? It is prepared by meteorological department of India, or you can say of government. Then what is called hot climate? The temperature of any regions remain high for the most of time, right? If the temperature of any region remains high for most of the time, then we can say it is called hot climate, right? The temperature remains high for most of the time of year, right? Then it is called hot climate. Clear? Then next, state the names of countries that belongs to polar region. The countries that belong to polar regions, we can say Ireland, Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Denmark. These all are the example of countries which belongs to polar regions. Okay, Alaska, Denmark, Canada, Greenland, right? Then write the names of animals found in tropical rainforest. Names of animals that found in tropical rainforest. So in tropical rainforest we can find monkeys, gorillas, tigers, leopards, snakes, different birds, different types of insects. These all animals can be found in tropical rainforest region. Clear? Then next, what is the definition of a red-eyed frog? Red-eyed frog has developed a sticky pads, right? They have developed sticky pads on its feet. With this, they can climb on the tree easily, right? What is the adaptation? They have developed sticky pads on its feet, right? Then, next few questions we'll discuss from chapter number 8. Right? What are called monsoon winds? What are monsoon winds? See, the winds which flow from the ocean towards the land. The wind which flow from the ocean towards the land and bring rain. And it bring rain. Such winds are called monsoon winds. The winds that flow from ocean to land, and that wind brings the rain. Such winds are known as monsoon winds. Then next, what is cyclone? What is cyclone? A thunderstorm with the formation of very low pressure and high speed winds. Once again, a thunderstorm with the formation of very high pressure and very low pressure and high speed winds. Okay? Thunderstorm with the formation of very low pressure. Two things is important. Very low pressure and high speed winds. Right? It is known as cyclone. Then, which factors contributes to the development of cyclone? The factor affecting the cyclone formation. Which are that factor? Wind speed, wind direction, humidity and temperature of that place. Wind speed, wind direction, humidity and temperature at that place. That are important factors that contribute to the development of cyclone. Then next, what is tornado? Tornado is dark funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the earth. Right? Dark funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the earth's surface. It is known as tornado. Then, what is called eye of storm? What is called eye of storm? See, the center of the cyclone, which is very calm area, the center of the cyclone, which is very calm area, it is known as eye of the storm. Last one, which region of the earth gets maximum heat from the sun? The region near the equator, right? The region which is close to equator, they get maximum heat from the sun. Clear, students? So, this all are, total we discussed total 38 questions. These all are the important questions, important examples of 1 marks question, in which you have to give its answer in 1 sentence. Clear? These all are the important examples from chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 8. Clear? Now dear students, after discussing important question of 1 sentence answer, now we are going to discuss some important questions of 1 word answer, right? Question 1A in your exam pattern, that answer the following question in 1 word. The chapter from which this question will be asked is 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So let me discuss some important example of 1 word answer. First, what are organisms which produce their own food called? Right? They produce their own food. They are called autotroph. Right? Then, which are the component atoms of carbohydrate? It is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The component atom of carbohydrate, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Then, what is the mode of nutrition in mushroom? Right? They are saprophytic, right? Or saprophytic. Mode of nutrition in mushroom is saprophyte. Then, which fungus is used in food? Definitely we are using mushroom, right? Then, in which region is yak commonly seen? Where you can see yak very common? It is in Tibet and Ladakh, right? Yak is commonly seen in Tibet and Ladakh. Then, from the hair of which animal is Angora wool is obtained? Angora wool, definitely it is obtained from the hair of Angora goat, right? Angora wool, it is obtained from Angora goat. Then, which stage of the life history of silk moth is important to obtain silk? Which is that? Which stage? It is very important to obtain silk. It is cocoon. Then, what is the food of larva of silk moth? What they eat? They eat leaf of mulberry tree, right? They eat the leaf of mulberry tree. Then, which types of clothes are preferred in winter? Which type of clothes are preferred in winter? Dear students, in winter we prefer dark clothes, right? Dark clothes or black color clothes is preferred in winter. Why? Because dark color absorbs more heat, right? Then, state the unit of temperature. The unit of temperature is degree Celsius, or you can say Fahrenheit also, or Kelvin also. Any one from these three you can write. Degree Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin, right? These all three are the unit of temperature. Next, which instrument is used to measure the temperature of substances? Which instrument is used to measure the temperature? It is thermometer, right? It is thermometer. Then next, name the mode of transfer of heat in water or air. In water and air, the heat is transferred through the mode of convection, right? The name of that mode is convection. Which chemical is injected by an ant into skin when it bites? Which chemical is injected by ant when it bites? It is formic acid, right? What is the correct answer? Formic acid. It is injected by ant into our skin when it bites. Then next, which acid is present in vinegar? Acetic acid, right? Acetic acid is present in vinegar. Then, which acid is present in lemon juice? Which acid is present in lemon juice? In lemon juice, there is citric acid is present. Okay, citric acid is present in lemon juice. Next, which substances do not affect the litmus paper? The substance which do not affect any litmus paper, they are called neutral, right? So which substances does not affect litmus paper? Neutral substances, right? Then, dissolution of sugar in water is which type of change? If we dissolve sugar in water, that is physical change, right? It is physical change. Then, what is the color of ferrous sulfate? The color of ferrous sulfate is green, right? Is green. Then, what is the process of depositing a layer of zinc or iron called? If we deposit a layer of zinc or iron on any surface, it is known as galvanization, right? That is known as galvanization. Last one, state the full form of CNG. The full form of CNG is compressed natural gas, right? Compressed natural gas. So dear students, these are some important examples or questions of one word answer, right? There will be total 5 questions of one word answer, right? So dear students, prepare well. In this video we discussed some important question of one sentence answer and one word answer, right? So by this we are completing our revision syllabus from 1 marks question, 2 marks question, 4 marks questions also, right? So prepare well. If you have any doubt, contact me, and all the best. Do your best. Thank you.